Hey, what's up guys? My name is Bridget. Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be super fun. Today I made a fantasy palette and today we're going to see why I chose certain colors and what it looks like overall. So without any further ado, let's jump into the video. Alright guys, I put a video every single day, so when you subscribe, I'd appreciate it. We're almost to 60,000 subscribers and I'm very excited about it. So I've done this kind of video once before. I made a fantasy pastel Colourpop palette. I'll leave a picture of it linked right here for you to see. And also I made another one today styled after a Colourpop palette. I took the Colourpop double entendre palette and I made it into something unique. Now I chose Colourpop because I really like their palette composition and they're very affordable, so I just wanted to go with their kind of palette. Plus, I think it has the right amount of shades for whatever you want to do with your look. So let's get started and go over what I created. Alright, so this is the box for the palette. It is just a picture of my cartoon intro, and I named the palette Porcelain because I couldn't think of a name. Leave me a name for the palette at the end of this video in the comment section down below. I'd love to hear what you think I should be called. I just named it Porcelain because I didn't have a name for it, but I really like the cute little image with the cat surrounding it. It's super cute. So let's go on to the inside of the palette, and here it is. So obviously it's very colorful. I love color despite what my neutral makeup today says, and let's go over each of the colors. Alright, so first up we have a light matte base. I made this similar to the double entendre palette first color, but I made it a little bit more of a cream and less of a white. I want it to be a cream so it works on every skin tone, but again, a light matte base is one of my favorite things in a palette because it's so easy to set your eyelid primer with a light color on your lid, so that's why I choose this one. Now a lot of these colors in this palette look matte other than the two on the bottom left, because I couldn't really figure out how to Photoshop shimmers that well. So a couple of these colors I'm going to talk about probably could be a shimmer or metallic formulation, but me photoshopping it was a little bit difficult. So the next color we have here is a bright yellow. Yellow eyeshadows are life. I love them, and I feel like Colourpop has the best yellow eyeshadow too in that Yes Please palette. So I'll take a color similar to that, maybe a little bit more on the yellow and a little less on the gold side, and it's very pretty, very bold color. I really wanted to have more than one pop of color in this palette because a lot of times with the pop effect you have one color in a palette that really calls you and the rest of them are kind of just filler. I didn't want anything with this palette. The next color we have here is a muted kind of burnt orange color. I really wanted to put this burnt orange up here because I feel like it goes well with the yellows if you want to go that way, or you can mix it in with the pink kind of reddy colors to do that way, or you could go towards more like a Naked Heat kind of palette vibe with some of the browns in the palette. So I feel like this orange color fits a lot of different looks, and I wanted it to be something that would be a great transition color for any look you wanted to create. So this next color is a burnt burgundy maroon kind of color. It's on the red side. It's like a dark brick red. It's very beautiful. I feel like this would be great for a deeper skin tone who wanted to darken up any of the fun light colors in here. And also I feel like it's a very versatile color. Most people love warm eyeshadow looks, so I figured this was a really safe color because I wanted to have some darker colors in here so it doesn't come off as another pastel palette. Starting out in the middle row, we have this muted brown color. Now I love a muted brown color because it's the best thing to just buff over your crease if you're on the go. So if you are busy, just take the first matte shade, set your eyelid primer, set it on the lid, and then take this muted brown and buff it over your crease area, and you have a completed makeup look. I feel like muted browns are so easy. This reminds me of a color from the Lorac Pro 3 palette that I really enjoy, which is like a muted soft colored brown, kind of on the cooler side, and I feel like this will go great with a lot of other colors in the palette as well. So the next color is another kind of transition shade. I feel like, again, this would go great with any of the reds, this would go with any of the orange, this will go with any color you wanted to have a transition shade for, as well as some of the shimmers on the bottom row. I really just like it because it's kind of it's an orange, but it's not like an orange in your face color, so it's not intimidating to a lot more people. Moving on from that, we have a rather bold color, and I think this is one that I would make a shimmer because it reminds me so much of like a blue-green kind of shift. You don't know whether it's a blue or a green, and so you have it on your eye. I think it's kind of like a mint, but it's a little bit darker than your typical mint color, and it'd be the perfect accent color, the perfect pop of color on any look, and I really love this kind of color. Next up we have a mauvier kind of doll parts kind of pink. I think it's very beautiful. It goes great with the color above it, the maroon color, as well as the oranges, or you can take it with the browns, or it could be a pop of color if you want to do like a teal and pink look. I think pink is one of those colors that a lot of people can get different uses out of. You can kind of play it up or you can go light-handed into it and play it down and make it very subtle. So I just wanted to include a kind of mauve-y pink tone. Alright, so the first two on the bottom row are both shimmers. I wanted a light shimmer because these are one of those colors you can just throw on the lid and keep going. They're so easy to work with that you can take any transition shade, any matte shade, buff it over the crease, and throw one of these light shimmers on the lid. First one we have here is a light pink because I figured it would go really well with the muted browns or the pink and red tones, or even the yellow. I think it'd be really cool. Also next to that we have kind of this yellow green kind of gold color. I'm kind of inspired by the color in the Alamar palette, that kind of green gold, but I wanted to make this more on the kind of yellowy kind of side, and I feel like it'd be really easy to take this orange or the yellow from the top row and make it into a really cool look. Alright, for the last two colors we have blues. I really like the pop of sky blue we have here. I did a similar color to this in my first Colourpop fantasy palette, and it's very beautiful. It's just so vibrant, and I also think that if you wanted to wear this for a really long time, it'd probably fade out into like a really nice smoky kind of color if you did any other color over the crease. I really like it. I think it's really cute, and it'd be perfect for like a pop of color under the lower lash line. So the last color we have here is sort of like a navy. It's kind of like a dark blue purple tone. I just wanted to make something that would be cool for the pinks, be cool for the yellows, be cool for anything, whatever kind of look you wanted to do. Also, I feel like blue is one of those colors people have been playing with more, so putting a navy color in here would be really unique because a lot of the blues you see are like blue and like royal blue. So maybe a darker one would be easy to just darken up the outer corner with, or run it over the lower lash line and be really pretty. Anyways, that is my fantasy palette. What do you guys think of it? I think it looks really pretty. I like that I put the cover as matching the box, and then the inside is very light and pretty because a lot of the colors in this palette are light colors. What do you guys think of it? You can also send me your fantasy palettes if you've ever made one or like photoshopped one. I would love to see it because I think these are so interesting. I am going to post a picture of this palette on my Instagram, so if you want to tag Colourpop in it, maybe we can have a collaboration. That'd be super cool. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you in the next video. I put it every single day, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye!